Yo, 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 what it do? What it be, y'all? It's your boy A&T, repping that Spell Block Agency, coming to y'all with a little Battlefield 1 commentary. And let's get right into it. Last time we talked about the war in Chiraq, we was talking about how Young Money 051 started to go crazy on the streets after Fathead and Lil Mark's deaths. And between the time Fathead and Lil Mark were killed, Young Money caught Tricks, who 600 doesn't really claim. They claim he wasn't like an official member, which is weird because he was in the he was in the Man Down video with C-Day and Rondo. So it doesn't. I mean, Just Blow was still cool with him at the time of his death, so Just Blow kind of still honors him, but C-Day kind of doesn't claim him at all. Kind of claims he was a goofy. So I'm not really sure, but then again, he said, what was his name? Cap from 600 was a fucking goofy. But I mean, he out here putting in that work. So who knows what C-Day really thinks of him now? But after they killed Tricks, they caught L.A. and they had a hand in Pluto's murder. And after losing Lil Mark and Polo, Young Money just started off 15 doing dirt killing. They killed Lil Boo, OTF Chino, and THF Raheem. And before I get into 2015, let me finish off 2014 with the drama that split the 300 Alliance apart and what was pretty much the final nail in the coffin for the old 600 team, or Team 600, whatever you want to call it. So in July of 2014, Bosstop and some O-Block members allegedly ran up in Chief Keef's house and robbed everything from jewelry to diapers. And, of course, Chief Keef didn't take kindly to this, so he dissed Bosstop on social media, which then Bosstop just completely denied robbing him, and then shortly after proceeded to flex one of the stolen chains on Insta. I know. you can't make this up. So some people like Dirk, THF46, THF in general really, T-Roy and J Money kind of took Bosstop's side, while others like Fredo and Reese, who tried to keep the peace, ironically, you know, Fredo and Reese trying to keep the peace, crazy, but low key, I mean, they low key took Keef's side, but they tried to be cool about it, they didn't try to diss Dirk or go at anybody over it. But Front Street GBE, his Glory Boys label mates and MTV kind of took Keef's side, and not MTV like the channel, but the little small set in Chicago. Chief Keef was really cool with a lot of smaller sets. He was kind of like D Rose, but he wasn't really a shooter like that. He was just, a cool dude to be around. Apparently, he was cool with 600. He had family in Front Street. He was really cool with Old Block. Could have been 600. He could have been MTV. Kicked it with them a lot too. So, Keef was really a well-liked guy before the fame even. He was really popular. So. That's just what I've heard. Eventually, though, this beef got to a point where like GBE Capo was shooting up THF's block with Benji Glow and T Slick, and this RIP Capo really, because he was really ready to go to war with anyone who wanted smoke with Chief Keef. He walked up on Amigos solo dolo, and yeah, they tried to say like, oh, he got hoed or whatever. Like, bro, he walked up in Amigos concert by himself, and nothing happened to him. And Amigos is 3 deep already, just them. He really walked up to them, and nothing happened to him. Like, can't make that up. So that happened. They were shooting up THF. THF robbed Capo and Keef for their GBE chains, and I believe Bosstop even dissed Blood Money after his death, causing the rift between Front Street and O Block, which still is going on to this day. I think for the most part, Front Street and O Block don't get along. Maybe a couple guys are still cool with each other, but after they diss Blood Money. To my knowledge, there's been a rift between Front Street and O Block since then. Been some low key beef with that, and that beef really combined with the fact that Keef has warrants in Chicago are really the biggest reasons why he won't come back to Chicago. And I don't really blame him. He doesn't have a reason to come back. He has nothing to prove to anybody. He's already recognized by people. For people who really know hip hop, they know Chief Sosa is one of the most influential artists of all time. And all these new rappers now, you can hear it. They got a little bit of Keef in them, stealing his style. Lil Wayne too. And Sosa was really a major factor, as I've brought up several times. He brought drill rap to the national and international stages. But motherfuckers just can't be grateful, you know. Get what they get, don't throw a fit type shit. But, you know, they were really mad that he wasn't. I think Keef saw the bigger picture, you know. I think he saw that it was more about gangs and giving money back, all your money back to the hood just so they could go, you know, do the same old shit. I feel like he really wanted to get out the hood, leave that mentality behind. He knew there was more out there than just this endless cycle of violence, right? So I think a lot of people didn't understand that. And I think that's why a lot of people in this situation took Bosstop side, because Keef was on tour in LA and New York, and you know he was in ATL all the time. He was in the city and he was showing love to the people around him, but as far as supporting the gang, from what I understand, he kind of cut a lot of motherfuckers off. And a lot of people don't like that when you they source, when you they plug. And you just, you know, they're definitely gonna feel some type of way about it, regardless if they was mooching off you or not. They gonna be like, oh, what's wrong with Keef, you know? But that's in my opinion why a lot of the O Block guys took Bosstop side, because Bosstop was still doing videos in the O. He was still giving love back to the hood. He put T-Roy in videos and shit like that still. So it was really just a matter. It was like a popularity contest for the most part, and it's kind of bogus because Durk took Bosstop side, and this was him. That beef between Keef and Durk was brewing for a whole year. You know, all this started back in 2013, a whole year before this robbery ever took place with Durkio and Keef, because Keef didn't post Durk's bail or something like that. And the two funny things I find about that is, Durk had a deal before Keef. He had a major record label deal before Keef, and he wanted Keef to bail him out. And Keef had just started getting popping, just started getting his glow on. So why wouldn't you have the money, A, at the time, and B, why would you have, you know, Chief Keef bail you out? He just started getting popping, so it's kind of like, oh, no, bail me out, little bro, and this and that, you know, we gang, right, type shit. But if you look, nobody bailed out D-Rose. Nobody bailed out Rondo and C-Day when they had the chance. They all had the chance to bail out. Fredo, Reese, Chief, Durk, all them had the chance to bail out Rondo and C-Day. And it may be a reach to say this, but in my opinion, Rondo and C-Day could have gotten lighter sentences if they would have bailed him out, made him, you know, drop like a project or two while they were out, showing him that they could be positive with the music or whatever, have him do some publicity stunts, try and lighten their sentences. I don't know. It could have worked, maybe. Maybe it's a stretch. But couldn't have hurt, you know? But and even then, so how is Durk going to be mad that Keef didn't bail him out, but Durk didn't bail out nobody when he had the chance? and Dirk, and it even further, it's even weirder to me because how you gonna tell Keef, oh, just forgive Bosstop? OTF banks pretty much saved Lil Durk from getting robbed from THF Bobo allegedly. So I'm wondering if THF Bobo actually did get, rob Durk and OTF Banks wasn't there to save him. Would THF and OTF still be a thing? Like, would they be clicked up? Would Bezu be all on Durk's tracks like that if that was allowed to happen? Would Durk just forgive Bobo or THF like that? I highly doubt it. Because these are dudes' street creds. These are dudes' egos you playing with. You second to get out, oh, they got robbed. That dude got robbed by, so-and-so. That's definitely going to cause some tension and a rift. And then just forgive him? You just forgive him. Like, so I don't know. That was really just a weird situation. I just feel like a lot of people were acting different towards Keef because he saw a different route than everybody else. He didn't want to diss the ops no more. He wanted to do his own thing. He wanted to do something different. Nothing wrong with that. But he just didn't have the support. He got hated on instead, really. And OTF and GBE, like, between the GBE and OTF split, that wasn't even the main problems. Because, like I said, Bobo just tried to rob Durk at one point, and OTF Bank stepped in. And then, after that, Pluto from OTF was killed on accident by TYMB shortly after that, I'm pretty sure. And that, as I've discussed in previous videos, Pluto's death, TYMB's involvement with it, and TYMB's relationship with 051 Melly, all that didn't sit well with OTF. And 4-6 specifically. Because, obviously, after Melly killed Chino, they was not having that. And he was pretty much hanging out in Dro City with, that's supposed to be your op. That's THF's op. So that's supposed to be our ops. So THF finally had enough, and eventually they shot King Louis in the head. And after Kurt Mack's murder, now old guys who were repping OTF that were in TYMB and 4-6 respectively, they want to kill each other. They was just homies a few years ago, though. Motherfuckers had OTF tattooed on their hands and shit. Now they beefing. And so now OTF is really no better than Glow Gang. It's just a clique centered around Durk, and all that potential to be the biggest in the city is pretty much all but gone. And meanwhile, while all that was going on, around the same time, another OTF 300 affiliate was going through an internal rift, beef, tension of its own with after losing D-Thang, L.A. Capone, Lil Boo, 600 could have still probably been one of the more talented rap groups in the city. They still had S. Dot, Tay, Inky D, E-Day, Just Blow, and 600 Breezy, not to mention Rondo and C-Day. And then they would get Buka and Mimo later on, but with L.A. dying, and then Lil Boo sending Rondo and C-Day to send a message to Murder Town, which ended it with them allegedly killing Javon Boyd, which, here's what I can infer happened with that. Take this with a grain of salt, because I wasn't there, don't know exactly what happened. A lot of convos probably happened behind the scenes that we'll never know about. But from all the info and paperwork that's out there, here's what I understand. Lil Boo thought some dude from Murder Town shot at him at a party, but supposedly he was just trying to break up some females fighting or something like that. And either that night, that week, sometime in that time frame, Lil Boo sent Rondo and C-Day to Murder Town's hood to go kind of send a message, start some shit or whatever. Supposedly Tay and some females were there too. And we know today now that Javon Boyd had nothing to do with setting up LA, giving his location to 051. And it's really questionable if he was even a gang member at all. And the thing that's weird about all that is supposedly C-Day asked him where he was from before he shot him. Now, you know what C-Day do. You know who C-Day 22 Shots is around the city. he come up to you and ask you, yo, you from Murder Town? You're like, bro, first of all, in gang culture, if anyone asks you where you from, that's a sign number one. You're in the wrong place. You in the wrong side of town. If motherfuckers is asking you where you from, even if you from where you at, yo, you should get the fuck out of there. Just saying. R.I.P. Javon Boyd. It was definitely a senseless killing, regardless. But I mean, either way, Rondo and C-Day got locked up for it, and according to official paperwork, Rondo and C-Day got snitched on by females. There's still zero proof, absolutely no proof that Tay took the stand against Rondo and C-Day, but I ain't gonna lie, I think Tay gave a statement, which he claims he didn't, but I think that when the police picked him up or whatever, I think they questioned him about that night. I think the paperwork is even dropped, and Rondo's cousin has even talked about it a couple times, but Tay definitely gave a statement. Whether or not that was used to incriminate Rondo and C-Day, it's a whole nother story. I doubt it, to be honest. But, yeah, I don't think Tay ratted how they said he did. I think he just kind of gave a statement. And when he says that Lil Boo is actually supposed to get picked up to give a statement as well, I believe that. I truly 100% believe that. There's some validity to that, because Lil Boo was the whole reason why Rondo and C-Day were going to Murder Town in the first place. So, for whatever the reason, maybe Durk really was mad at Tay for clapping his baby mama or something. I will never know. They threw the rat jacket on Tay and said they kicked him out of 600 and all that. And then Tay basically exposed Durk and E-Day. And that was that. Around that same time, 2014, 2015, S-Dot and 600 Breezy also kind of distanced themselves from 600. And Breezy started up that 600 cartel label, and the rest of 600 really wasn't rocking with it. So really, 600 fucked up its own potential and exiled 3 of their best rappers. And really right now, the only people rapping or repping 600 rapping is Mimo, Durkio, and Just Blow. And E-Day drops tracks here and there, but he ain't dropping music like he was 2012, 2015. And those guys I just mentioned lowballed themselves signing with Durk. Like, I kind of get the politics behind it. I can't speak on what I can't understand fully, but I mean, that kind of solidified their shit with O Block and OTF and 600. They kind of clicked up heavy after that. They still kind of are. But I'll get to Mimo probably in a future video, because he's a whole different subject in itself. But if they would have just started their own 600 label, or just rocked with Breezy's label idea and did it all together, they could have been making way more money than they're not gonna, in my opinion, they'll never get to outshine Durk and Vaughn in OTF, as far as I'm concerned. Look at what happened when Durk and Vaughn got arrested in Atlanta. They shut the whole tour down, because ain't nobody want to see 600. They want to see Mimo, or they want to see Vaughn and Durk. But again, maybe the future will prove me wrong. Maybe they'll blow up or something. You know, Just Blow and Mimo actually got talent. Mimo actually got better. And Just Blow always been low-key talented in the rap shit. But next video, I'll get into 2015 and some of the events that happened that year and all that. I hope y'all enjoyed this little rundown of the OTF and GBE beef and the internal beef that kind of destroyed Team 600. And if you did, leave a like, comment if you learned something new or I messed up on some info or something. Constructive criticism always helps. Subscribe and ring the damn bell for more dope content. You know, I got it dropping soon. It's been your boy Agent 8NT, aka the Elevated Gamer, aka the Above Average Gamer. Be safe out there, y'all. Don't get smoked. I'm out. Peace.